Well, well, well. Good to see everybody. Glad you're here. Now, I have here some cars. Do you like cars? I don't know. I like cars a little bit, and I like to get in the car. And after I close the door, you know what the first thing I do when I get in my car? What's the first thing you do when you get in the car? Go ahead. Start it. Well, I don't start it first. I do something else even before I start it. What do you do, Abigail? Seatbelt. You better believe it. Seatbelt. I put my seatbelt on. I even have a hard time going across the parking lot without putting my seatbelt on, because you just never know. Things can happen. And so there was a lady in our church this yesterday, and she got in her car and she put on her seatbelt. And she thought she'd just be driving down the road. Joy Riley is her name. And Joy is a sweet lady. She used to be a nurse. Well, she was driving right down the road, and you know, she was coming up to a traffic light. And you know what? When people, you see those traffic lights, we see when it says green, that means what? Go, right. And when it says red, then what? Stop, right. And so she was driving down that road, and she saw green, and she started to go just right on through because it said green. Well, there was another car coming the other way, and he was coming this way. And I don't know what he was doing, but he wasn't paying much attention, apparently, to what color was on the traffic light, and his side said red. Now, you know what he's supposed to do when it says red. He's supposed to do what? Stop. But he didn't stop. Well, she was going this way, and he was going this way, and he was supposed to stop, but he didn't. He just was paying attention to his phone or who knows what. And you know what happened? What? And Joy Riley's car got knocked up in the air, and it flipped over. Count them. One. Count it. 2. 3 times, and it landed back on its feet, on its wheels. The car was absolutely destroyed, and so was this one. Now, what about our friend who goes to church here who was driving in that car? Well, she looked, and she could look outside her smashed up windows, and she could see over on the side of the road there were 2 ladies saying their prayers. And when they got her out of that tangled mess, you know, one of the men was also standing there, and they said, "We saw it all, and we'll tell the police exactly what happened, that this guy ran through the," what color light? Red light. You're not supposed to. And that and the man says, "I even got it on tape, on my camera." Yeah. So they took both of them to the hospital. And Joy, she was in there, and they saw the pictures of the wreck, and the doctors couldn't believe it. And they kept checking her and checking her and checking her over, because they saw the car was all crunched up and it was all mangled up. It was terrible. It totaled the car and totaled the other one too. But you know what? All they found was there's a little part right here, that hard part in the middle of your chest. It's a bone called the sternum. And that's where your ribs connect together there. And that had a little crack in it. Not broken, just a little crack. And they said, you know what? They don't fix that. It'll fix itself, because, you know, it was just a little crack. They said it'll hurt for a while, but you're going to be just fine. As a matter of fact, they said, here's some medicine so it won't hurt as bad, and you can go home tonight. And so that's what she did. You know what? I talked with her yesterday, and we talked for a good little bit, and texted back and forth as well. And what she said was, "Pastor Jeff," she said, "I could tell when I was driving in my car with my seatbelt on, I was wearing a puffy jacket because it was cold." And she said, "With all that, you know what really protected me?" And I said, "What? Was it the seatbelt?" She says, "No." She said, "I could feel God's arm around me as I was flipping over 1, 2, 3 times and landing right back on my feet." The arm of God, she said. So I just want you to know, when you're traveling, I hope you buckle your seatbelt. And I hope you watch when it turns red and green and do what you're supposed to do. But I hope that when you travel, you ask God to travel with you and to wrap his arms around you and your family so you'll be safe too. Can you do that? I do too. Thanks for coming up. I just want you to know that God is real. And when he says he'll protect you, you can better believe he will. Even when somebody runs a red light, God can still hold you in his arms and keep you safe and out of the hospital. Amen? Amen. Thanks for coming up. See you next time.